Thank you for clicking on the video. You know what? We're going to do what we did last time. A little bit of my top 25 for college football this week. I will say there are 4 bubble teams that I have that are on the outside looking in. It's going to be Pitt, Oklahoma State, who is 3-1, Nebraska, and then UNLV, who is 3-0. Number 25 I have is Iowa State, almost slipping out of the whole thing entirely. The reason why I have them ranked is because of their ranked win against Iowa. Number 24 I have is Washington State. They are 4-0. Indiana, I have them at 23. Kind of made a joke last night in my recap that this team could very well go 6-0, 7-0, and they still probably won't be ranked. All right, number 22 I have is Oklahoma, dropping a lot just because of how they've performed. Number 21, jumping into the top 25, I'm giving a lot of credit to BYU. Right now they are undefeated at 4-0. And they have a ranked win, so that's nothing to slouch at. Number 20 I have is Boston College. A little controversial because, yeah, they're 3-1, but I'm still giving a lot of credit to that ranked win against Florida State, but then also having their only loss be to, a top 10 team in Mizzou, and it was a close game. This team is still a top 25 team in the country. Number 19 I have is Louisville. They took care of Georgia Tech the other day, but also they're 3-0. Number 18, I have Clemson. Number 17, I have is K-State. A lot of people will probably drop them out of the top 25, but I'm still giving a lot of credit to that Arizona ranked win, and just yesterday was not their day in Provo. Number 16, I have is Michigan. I have them moving up just a little bit from 18. They're 3-1, but man, that offense struggles. The reason why I put Illinois record by record, like looking at schedule and big wins, they have 2 ranked wins, and the only other team that has 2 ranked wins is Tennessee, but more on that later. Number 13 I have is Penn State. Number 12 is Oregon, and I would say the same thing for Oregon. They did have a bye week this week, but the Oregon that we expected is what we saw against the Beavers. It's those first 2 games with Idaho and Boise State where I kind of have this team being held back a little bit. Number 11 I have is USC. They should have won that game against Michigan. I mean, their defense just choked it away. But the ranked win against LSU is what keeps them this high. Number 10 I have is Utah. Utah, Ole Miss, and Ohio State are the biggest outliers in this top 25. And the reason why is because look at the production of who the Utes have played. They have a ranked win, and they have a Power 5 win against Baylor. And all of it without Cam Rising. So, yeah. Number 9 I have is Notre Dame. I know the biggest glaring loss is that loss against NIU, but for them to beat Texas A&M at Kyle Field, stomp on Purdue, beat Miami, Ohio, like this team's 3-1, I still think they're one of the top 10 teams in the country, even though that there is that blemish. Number 8 I have is Ohio State. Can't drop them out of the top 10 simply due to how good that roster is. But again, Akron, Western Michigan, and Marshall, you kidding me? The patty cake schedule so far. Number 7 I have is Missouri. That ranked win against Boston College. All right, number 6 I have is Ole Miss. Can't drop them out of the top 10 just simply due to the talent that's on that roster. But again, pre-patty cake schedule playing Furman, Middle Tennessee, Wake Forest, and Georgia South. Number 5 I have is Miami. The reason why I have Miami leapfrogging to the top 5, a little bit yes because of the narrative hype with this team, but they're kind of like Tennessee where that offense looks like nobody can stop it. Number 4 I have is Alabama. Number 3, leapfrogging Alabama, I have is Tennessee, because if we look at resume team by team, the team with the most impressive resume, who, technically by kind of the grading score that I was doing should be number 1, is Tennessee, because they have 2 ranked wins. Tennessee seems like a threat in the SEC this year, kind of like how it was a couple years back. Number 2 I have is Texas. They are still probably going to be ranked number 1, but the reason why they're 4-0, but their only real team and a real impressive win that they have is against Michigan, because everybody else they've played, it's like, okay, come on, patty cake schedule. And then number 1 I have is Georgia. They are the top dog, and they're the top dog for a reason. They started off their season hot, winning against Clemson. Then they went into Lexington and beat Kentucky. And those games in the SEC are always tough. It doesn't matter who it is. So, 2 Power 5 wins. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Who's your guys' top 25? Let me know in the comments.